welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. Like and share on your platform. Share to family and friends. Share to everyone that is close to you. It is another beautiful day. Another day of reach. I welcome every one of you that has been able to connect. Please, when you connect, invite someone. Don't be there alone. Once you join the platform, you invite somebody to join. Share on your own platform. Share to family and friends. Share on your own network. One of the most important support you can give to this platform is to share. Share so that others can join us to spread this gospel. It is a message that we cannot afford to stay away from. A message we cannot shy away from. It's a very strong message that we must preach to the ends of the world. So wherever you are watching me from, I urge you to please like and share. Today is another day. Remember, today is the last day of the sit at home. Today is the mother of all the sit at home, the last day of the sit at home. And today is Friday. Wherever you are in Biafran territory today, in case you have forgotten, and there's no way you can forget, this sit at home is supposed to be the greatest of all. We call it the mother of all sit at home. It is the last day of the 4 days sit at home, but it's not the end of the sit at home. More civil disobedience are going to come as long as Mazen Nnamdi Kanu remains in detention. As long as they continue to hold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, more sit at home is going to come. More tougher measures are going to come. Wherever you are watching this program from, as Nigerians are doing what they are doing, they call protest. You know, we warned them about the consequence of protesting in the zoo. We warned them every single thing that has to be done in the zoo to make sure that things get right. We have done it. We have followed all the peaceful measure. We have followed all the silent measure. We have followed all the quiet method. We have tried everything that needs to be tried in that zoological republic. But the more we try, the more we see proof that nothing can work in that zoo. We have tried several times. We have tried on several occasions. We have done so many things, but it becomes obvious that there is no solution to the problem of the zoo except of taking responsibility the way we have just done. And we made the choice that we will no longer pursue it in that way. And we have decided to define a different means of protest. And as you are watching this program today, if you are genuinely a Biafran, you can agree with me that our own protest that we have been conducting for the past 3 years have yielded a great fruit. It has yielded fruit to the extent today that even the politicians are using our method to campaign. The politicians want to take credit for our method. The politicians today want to take credit for the sit at home. That is how effective what Biafrans have been doing has become. But no matter how they try, they will not succeed, because the people of Biafra knows those who are standing for them. Yesterday, the Biafran people spoke in a loud voice. The rejection of the Zoological Republic played out yesterday before the whole world. Some of us do not understand what happened yesterday. You don't understand. When in a country, a particular ethnicity, a particular group of people completely stayed away from what others agreed to do, that speaks volume. If it doesn't mean anything to you, it means a lot to the world. If it doesn't mean anything to you, it means a lot to the world. And I tell you, the international communities are following up. They are following what is happening. And if you think they're not watching, they are watching. You know, one thing with these white people and us is that some of us in Africa, we don't take things serious. We take things for granted and we take everything for a joke. Our thinking is everything is play or games. But it is not so. In this planet Earth, people respect documents. People respect actions. People act, believe, based on what they see. Based on what they see on the ground. And investigative journalism has been the source of information for the world for a long time. And as we speak, journalists are coming to Biafra land to do investigation and to find out what is actually going on. And I bet you a lot of investigation have been done. One of the investigations is the one that our Prime Minister have posted on his platform, that they are following up on the self from people. The earlier you understand that Biafra have come to stay, the better for you. Marking the last day of the sit at home, which was meant to show special madness to the Zoological Republic. It is not end of the sit at home. It will continue. Our promise made it clear that after the sit at home, if Mazen Nandekano is not released, we are going to step up the operations. Every institution that belongs to the federal government of Nigeria, state government, will go down. That is the next step. That is the next step. Every institution of the zoo will go down. We are not going to stop. For those of you who think maybe your propaganda, your distraction, your blackmail could make us stop, you are a joker. You are the greatest joker of all time. Continue to joke. Continue to joke. You are only joking with your life. I'm not. The restoration of the independent state of Biafra is the only project that is in the heart and mind of every Biafran today. And that is what the world is expecting, the new nation Biafra. And I bet you Biafrans never disappoint, have never disappointed, and will not disappoint this time. Wherever you are in Biafra land, you must be very, very careful and pay attention to everything that is going on. You must pay attention. Make sure you pay attention to what is going on. If you take this information for granted, you are going to regret it. If you decide to play along with the Zoological Republic, you're going to regret it. Obey simple instructions. Sit in your home. Sit in your home. You have seen how important the Biafran people are to them. Even when we have said we are not part of them. Biafrans yesterday demonstrated in large number that they are not part of this evil. And yet, they continue to push the narrative to us. They continue to push that. Up to yesterday, they went and began to interview some people who claim to be Biafrans. When you see the mode of the interrogation and how they responded, you will know that this is just a planned work. And after that release of interrogation, we see them discussing it in their studio. And the next minute, they will invite him in their studio and ask him, how is it that the Biafrans are not participating and you are joining? You also saw those who say they were paid. And one of them who claimed he was paid is answering a Biafran name. Well, who cares? It does not matter the propaganda or blackmail they push against us. It does not matter who they lie to speak or to claim to be a Biafran. All things work for good to them that love Kabiam. Every single step they take today is going to work for our own good. Every step they take will turn against them. At the end of the day, it will be victory for us. It will be massive, massive victory for us, as it has always been. So, you must be very careful in your thought and your actions. Do not get distracted. Do not get distracted. Always remember that we have a project. Always remember there is only one way for us. Always remember that the destination is freedom. Remember our new slogan. It is freedom or die. That word is very strong. For those of you who think there is something that will happen tomorrow to make Biafrans stop asking for freedom, think again. It is either freedom or die. If you think there's a kind of thing that will happen, there's a miracle that will happen, or there's something that anybody will say or do that will make us change our mind and say, oh, we are no longer interested in our freedom. Sorry to disappoint you. Such is not going to happen. Because we have come a very long way. We are coming from a very deep angle. And we cannot be distracted. No amount of distraction that you bring today is going to distract us. We are focused on the restoration of the independent state of Biafra. It is either Biafra or Biafra. My fellow Biafrans, wherever you are watching me from, I urge you in the name of Chukwu Kabiam to understand that the freedom we have cried for a very long time finally have answered our prayer. It is left to do your own part. You used to do what you are supposed to do. Learn. When you eat, when you hear that you should sit at home, sit at home. It is not going to cost you anything. That is exposing yourself to danger, because the primary objective of the Biafran government is to defend your life, defend the properties of Biafrans. And they are going to do that through every measure necessary through every measure necessary. That is why you see our Prime Minister implementing different measures at all times. As for the protests, we have been able to overcome them, and they know that Biafrans will not move an inch. We are going to be watching them. I remember the word of our Prime Minister: if there is need for us to take advantage, yes, we will. If there is need for us to take advantage, we take advantage of the situation, and then we can move on. Wherever you are watching this program from, please like and share. Keep the update going. There are certain things you don't need to be told at this particular point in time. There are certain things you are supposed to know yourself at this time. There are certain things that you don't need to be reminded. But however, why we are doing what we are doing today is because every life matters. The life of the Biafran people matters. Every single life in Biafra land matters. We cannot take any life for granted. We have to make sure that every single life in Biafra land is saved. It does not matter what you believe. It does not matter your religion. It does not matter your ideology. Every life must be saved. And remember, yesterday on Twitter, our Prime Minister made a very important statement, which I am going to share on this platform. I'll also cut it out and share so that you can hear directly from him. After the restoration of Biafra is signed and sealed, when we restore Biafra, we are going to make peace among ourselves. It is not going to be always war. For those of you who think that it's going to be war, no, there's going to be a peace treaty after the fight. But this time around, we are in a time of war. And every war that needs to be fought will be fought unapologetically. Every doors that need to be broken will be broken unapologetically. But after that, a lot is going to happen. Reconciliation is going to happen. Our president has made it clear there will be reconciliation. For some of you who think it's going to be war all through, no. Biafran government have everything under control. As it stands today, we cannot compromise. If you make yourself enemy of Biafran and you are standing against our freedom, we will bring you down. After we have been able to succeed and get Biafra, everyone that survived, we will come together and have a peace treaty, have a reconciliation. But the question is, are you going to make it through the reconciliation time? For those of you, don't think that you go and begin to sabotage and later you're going to come into treaty. But for every action you take in the direction of Biafra, you are going to face the consequence. Of course, Biafra will have a law that will deal with anybody who refuses to play his or her role. It's going to deal with anybody who refuses to play by the rule. So it does not matter what you think or what you feel. The truth will remain what it is. It is what it is. There is no looking back, and there is no distraction. No matter what you feel, you must have to know that there will be a repercussion for every action. For everything you do, there will be consequence. That is why you have to be very careful what you do or what you say, because you cannot get away with it. In as much as we are going to have a reconciliation after much, whatever you have done, the record will be there for you. The best thing you can do for yourself today is to support Biafra genuinely. Support genuinely, financially and otherwise. In whichever way you know you can be able to participate and make Biafra a reality. Don't wait for somebody to beg you. The time is now to prove that you truly and genuinely want freedom. The time is now. If you cannot do it now, I don't know when you are going to be able to do it. If you cannot be able to fight for your freedom now, I don't know when the time is going to come for you to do so. We are in the most difficult time, and at the last minute, when every man will prove him or herself. The restoration of Biafra is a mandate that cannot be truncated. And our Prime Minister has made it clear that he has come to finish the job. It is no longer coming to work halfway. The Prime Minister has said it clearly that he has come to finish the job. And I believe him. When you see the things he's doing, it's not just because he said it, but judging from the activities you see, judging from his actions, you will understand that truly, truly, he has come to finish the assignment. So it's left for you to either accept the reality of today or continue to pretend it's not happening. A man who has sworn with his late mother cannot be joking. A man who stood before the whole world and took an oath cannot be joking on several occasions. It will be the greatest mistake anyone can do to think that Master Simon Ekpa is joking. He is not. That is why most of the time I advise people that whenever you see him speaking, take him serious. It does not matter the tone he's using to speak. Even if he looks like he's joking, take him serious. Because for him, Biafra is a serious business. For him, Biafra is a serious business and has always been. And he is not into any kind of games. So whenever you think that you want to compromise or do something that is not in the idea, you must be able to understand that people have died for this struggle. Some people have given their life. Some people have given their life for this very struggle. So it is not something to be played with. It is not something to joke with. If you feel you are for the jokes, well, there are people who are not joking. Some people have committed everything in them. Some people have no other life today except to talk about the freedom and to make sure that it's in their lives. So if you are one of those who still think it's a child's play, I am sorry to tell you that we have crossed that stage. We have crossed the stage of propaganda. We have crossed the stage of agitation. We are in restoration. And in this era of restoration, in the era of restoration, it is either Biafra or Biafra. Chukwu Okike Abiama today himself is the leader of this struggle. Chukwu Okike Abiama himself is in charge. He is the one directing the affair of the Biafran people. He's the one directing the affair, making sure that things are done right. It is not by our power, not by our might, because judging from our own strength, there is nothing we can do. They have all the money, they have all the connections, they have all the contacts, they have all the links, they have everything they require to get things right. But for us, what do we have? There's nothing we can boast of. The only thing we can boast of is Chukwu Okike Abiama. That is what we have. And as long as we have Chukwu Okike, we are good to go. That is why we have the confidence to march when we want to march. We are not scared. We are not afraid. We don't seek for permission. We don't seek for approval. All we do is to pursue our determination. And at the end of the day, I bet you, what we want is what we are going to get. My people, as you are watching, remember our weapon of warfare. One of the greatest weapons we have today that have brought us here is the sit at home. It has been very, very successful, and will continue to be. And the best thing you can do is to continue to obey and follow it. If you walk away from that sit at home, I don't know what is going to be your fate. This is a key that was given to our sweet Amazon Nandekam. He got it in the furnace of prayer. And now, in the era of new dimension, under our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, on restoration of Biafra, it has also become one of the greatest weapons. And Biafrans are not looking back. We are not looking back. We are not looking back. I don't think there is any Biafran that is still having doubt anymore. In as much as we know that there are some people who are stubborn, but we don't know, we know that there's no doubt anymore. We know some people are envious, some are jealous. They don't want to see that they are not on the aim of affairs. Some are not supporting because they are not in charge. We know there are such kind of people, but that will not deter us from recognizing the fact that the Biafran people are formidable. They know what they want. And once they are convinced, they don't go back. And as we speak today, they are very convinced of the situation. Very, very convinced. And because they are convinced of the situation, there is nothing anyone can do to distract them or make them think otherwise. For those who are trying to preach something that is different from what we believe in, it is not going to work out. The Biafrans have made their decision. And yesterday was a milestone. Yesterday was a very clear notification, a very clear statement yesterday. You see, the beauty of the restoration of Biafra is that so many things are being proved. So many lies against us have been destroyed. You know, they used to make us believe that we cannot speak in one voice. They used to make us believe that we cannot be one, that we are not one. But I have always said it on my platform, that we are the most united tribe, most united group. Biafran are the most united people in the whole world. Most united. The most united. Once you prove yourself capable to lead, they will follow you. You don't have to coerce anybody. The only thing you need is to prove yourself that you are capable. As long as you prove yourself as being capable, I bet you will get unimaginable support. Once you prove yourself that you are capable, you will get unimaginable support from the Biafrans. Remember when our Prime Minister talked about this self-referendum? On the self-referendum, our Prime Minister was even saying that if we have up to 10 million votes, that with 10 million votes, we can be able to declare Biafra. Judging from the 5 million who voted from India, Nigeria, whatever. So our Prime Minister was expecting 10 million. But today, what are we seeing? 49 million, stay counting. 49 million, stay counting. Why do you think that people are voting in such manner? Because they are convinced. Because Prime Minister has been able to earn his respect and dignity from them. He has been able to convince them that he is equal to the task. More than equal to the task. One man that is standing against a whole nation, the entire world. The interest in the zoo is unimaginable. The interest in the zoo is unimaginable. You know how many countries that have interest in the zoo? All the world powers have interest in the zoo. And the British, their source of income, their source of bread, their source of food, source of energy is Biafra. And you know, they will do anything they can to keep Biafra. They will do everything at their reach to continue to keep their company, Nigeria, together. That is how bad it is. All the world powers have interest, just like they did in the Civil War. During the Civil War, every single one of them was part of it. In the Civil War. During the Civil War, every single one of them was part of the Civil War. They were there. And they supported financially, morally, pursuing their individual interests. But in the midst of all that, did we give up? Of course, we never gave up. We fought even more. We fought even more than expected. And today, you can see where we are. We survived the Civil War that we fought for a good 3 years. That 3 years was not a joke. 3 whole years of war. We were able to improvise every single thing we used. In the midst of the war, we raised an army. In the midst of the war, we built our weapons. In the midst of the war, we were building our economy. In the midst of the war, we were inventing things, building our own weapons. In the midst of the war, we built our own airport. In the midst of the war, we refined our oil. But today, after the Civil War that happened more than 50 years ago, yet the Zoological Republic cannot be able to boast of a refinery. This is the oil we are refining. Within the war, we are refining oil that we are using. But today, the zoo cannot boast of a refinery. And that is why I tell people that what we achieved in the 3 years of war, in the midst of war, Nigeria has never achieved it from their existence up to date. What we achieved in the midst of the war, they have never, ever achieved it, and they will not. It does not matter what you feel or what you think. I'm not speaking out of pride, but I'm saying the fact. You can get provoked. When you get provoked, you will look back and you realize that the truth remains the truth. Your provocation cannot change the truth and make it to be a lie. It will only make you to repent from your evil ways and turn a new leaf. Wherever you are watching this program, if you are genuinely a Biafran, you have a responsibility today to perform. You have that responsibility to make sure that Biafra land is saved and protected. Make your contribution. Anything you know you can do to see the Biafra land is secured and protected, do it. Do it. Don't wait for somebody to beg you. Today, you have seen so many programs that the Prime Minister have brought. So many programs that the Biafra Republic of Malaysia have opened up. A lot of programs. It have gone to the extent that you don't have any excuse to give. So that when the law of Biafra begins to punish you, there will be no mercy. When the law of Biafra begins to punish you, there will be no mercy. Every single program that's been put today is to make sure that everyone gets involved. You don't have any excuse to give. No excuse whatsoever. The coast is clear. So it's either you do what you're supposed to do or you face the consequence. It is a battle between good and evil. A battle between bad and good. So the earlier you accept this battle, the better for all of us. Biafrans already have accepted the battle. That is why you have the vote you are seeing today. and more vote is coming. It does not matter what anybody is saying. It doesn't matter the propaganda and blackmail that is coming from the east, west, north, and south. The more they send their propaganda out, the more we see reason to fight more and win. We shall never back down. The Biafrans will never, ever back down. No matter what the enemy does. The last thing you can begin to have in your mind is that maybe somehow that we are going to back down. It's not going to happen. It is never going to happen. The stage we are now is a stage where everything that needs to be done has to be done to see that freedom comes. Everything that needs to be done has to be done. Whether you agree or you don't agree. The beautiful thing today that we know is that we are standing on the truth. The foundation of truth that Mazen Nandekanu led. When he started this agitation, he said that I will destroy the Zoological Republic with the truth. And with that truth, I can bet you we have been able to achieve a lot. It is the truth that brought us this far. Without the truth, we cannot get to where we are today. It is because of the truth that the Biafrans have been able to achieve a lot in the midst of, with little income, with little source of income. That's why today, in one of my programs today, somebody was suggesting of consulting other governments of the world that the little money we are contributing cannot take us anywhere. The little money, of course it is true. The little money we contribute on fundraising will not finish the job, but with faith, it is not just about the money. It is about the faith and the order that we get from Chukwu Kikadiam. He gave us the order to go. And we are going without looking back. Because we have the command and order to do what we are doing. That's why we have faith and belief that we will succeed. And we are not scared. We are not scared. Not even one bit. And we will never be scared. Because we are prepared for the journey. We are prepared for the journey. And we are going to carry that journey to the end. We have sung a joyful song a long time in a strange land. Time has come when we have to return back home. Every Biafra, wherever you are, you return back home. Bring out your knowledge and wisdom that you have acquired and you will be a nation. That is where we are heading. The Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Zamazi Simon Ekpa, has always thrown the curtain open for everybody to join. At every given point in time. That's how you know people who are sincere and genuine. He never limits things to himself. He opened the curtain wide. That whatever contribution you know you can make, come in and make the contribution. Whatever you know you can offer, come in and offer. It is open for everybody. But at every given point in time, what we see is that there are people who have made themselves agents of darkness. And they think by their criminality, wickedness, hatred, envy, and jealousy, that they can be able to stop what is meant to be. You cannot stop it. You can't stop what is meant to be. Biafra is meant to be, and it must be. Whether you agree or you don't agree, it makes no meaning. It makes no sense. The truth upon which Biafra was established is going to make it a success. I remember my Prime Minister used to say that it does not need majority There's not many people to go and fight for Biafra. The few people who are qualified to go for the journey will go for it, and they will come home victorious. There are few people who are born for this mission. They will go and they will come home victorious. All you need to do is support them. Anywhere you are, support them, give them support. That is the only thing that is required. Give your support. There's no law that says that every one of us must be part of this, but the only thing we need to do is to give the support we can. Wherever you find yourself and you can give support, give that support. And I bet you will find yourself in a land flowing with milk and honey. The journey is not an easy journey. But no matter how tough the journey is, it is going to be a successful one. We can already see the light at the end of the tunnel. There's no point to fear. Fear not. All you need to do is to obey simple instructions that we are given, and you will find yourself in that land flowing with milk and honey. My fellow Biafrans, I appreciate everyone that has participated on this very program. I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect you. Everyone that played one role or the other in this program, please, if you have not shared, I beg you in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiyama to share. Inform your friends. Today is the mother of all sit at home. It is already successful. You are going to be seeing so many videos on my platform that I'm going to share on what is happening. Remember, we have made our decision, and we'll stand over our decision until we get to the promised land very, very soon. Do not be deceived and do not be distracted. The journey will come to an end very soon. If you are in an area that is hot, if you are on the flash points, if you are at the area where there are hot spots, please don't be a sabotage. Be patient and be strong. It is not going to be for too long. In a very short while, it is going to be over. And we will all have every cause to thank Chukwu Okike Abiyama for making us a part of this success. Wherever you are watching me from, I urge you in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiyama to make your contributions. Do the little you can and let the remaining be with Chukwu Okike Abiyama. Our government is already doing more than expected, and they are ready to do more. Thank you so much for being part of the program. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide you, protect you, and secure you. And may we all see Biafra very soon. Regardless, whatever happens, we will all be there and we will raise the flag together. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Biafra government, peace, unity, progress, and equity. We move. Freedom or die.